Hey, it's good to see you. Hoping that you're enjoying this beautiful day. There's a piece of wisdom in the book of Proverbs that goes like this: a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. It tells us that when there are hard times, we can have a person who is a true friend to us, and we'll know who they are because they'll be there and they'll stick with us regardless of the circumstances. No one better exemplifies that than the character Ruth. Naomi's daughter-in-law. And as the family story goes, Naomi's husband took the family to a foreign country. The husband and the sons die and leave mom with two daughters-in-law. And at that point, they're all not going to be able to take care of themselves. And so Naomi decides it's time to go back to Israel. It's time to go home. She tells both daughters-in-law, hey, can you go back to your family? May the Lord bless you and give you another home to be in. And at that point, one goes home, but there's this other daughter-in-law, Ruth, who says, no, I'm not doing that. So this is what she said: don't urge me to leave you, and don't turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me. When Naomi realized that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her. Ruth has everything to lose in this situation. She would be a foreigner in Israel, a people that Israel was told not to associate with because they were people who resisted them when they were in their Exodus travels. She was unmarried. She had no promise of receiving help in a new country. She was really on the outs. And even if she married an Israelite, it's probably not going to be the best situation. The odds are that she's going to be abused more than she's going to be helped. But Ruth was determined to be faithful to the Lord and to Naomi. Her people had their own gods, their own traditions, their own lifestyle, and she was throwing all of that away, literally, to take up Yahweh, the God of Israel, and her mother-in-law, Naomi. Ruth was going to be more than a helper. She was going to be that friend that sticks closer than a sister. She was going to stick very close to this woman from Israel. A lady named Kay experienced a miscarriage. And in this time, there was a friend who got a hold of her and asked her to go to coffee. And when they met each other at the coffee shop, this friend came over and just grabbed Kay in a huge bear hug. And every time Kay tried to back away, this friend held on even harder. She started out by just whispering, I am so sorry about, and she couldn't even finish the sentence. But Kay realized after about the second or third time of trying to pull away that this friend was going to hold on to her for as long as necessary, probably longer than Kay would admit was necessary for her, because Kay had a friend who was born for her adversity. Kay needed that hug. We may not always have words or actions that encourage others, but we can be that person who stays with another in that time of adversity. When we're the ones who need help, we can learn to receive that kind of love. That might actually be the more difficult thing, to be on the other end of somebody saying, I'm not going anywhere. That person is the hands and feet of Jesus in that moment. Ruth teaches me that faithfulness can be costly, and sometimes it makes radical changes. It may require some changes in me and my perspective. It may require that I give time that I don't feel I have. Ruth's faithfulness reflects God's faithfulness, God's costly faithfulness. And if you're wondering how faithful God is, let me remind you that He is only asking what He has already lived out, what He's already displayed in Jesus. And if you look to the cross, if you look to His life, if you look to everything that God did in Christ, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I hope you will be able to give and to receive radically faithful love. and that you would be that friend that sticks closer than a sibling to the people around you, and that you will allow people to be that for you. And as you experience that, may God bring home his grace to you and do wonderful things in and through both of your lives as you walk together. God bless and have a great week.